Welcome to Toffee TV. It is the player ratings for Everton 5, Spurs 4 in the FA Cup. Everton through. Let me just say before I start, I apologise. I normally do this live and I normally look better than this, but I downloaded Big Sur, the new operating system for Mac, and it's destroyed my Mac by the looks, or it's destroyed OBS, what I used to go live anyway. I've already, it's a big mess. I've already done a live show tonight on YouTube that was basically, they just got rid of. I'm absolutely fuming, but here we go. So it's not going to be like, it's not going to be normal player ratings. It's not going to have that, you know, anger and or joy. I'm really annoyed actually by it all, but there you go. Robin Olsen looked very susceptible tonight off crosses, didn't he? Looked really under the, you know, for a tall keeper, he had real issues with the crosses tonight. But on the other side of that, made some really big saves, especially when it was 1-0. So I'll give him a 6.5 for the big saves he made. As I said, didn't think he was that great on the crosses tonight. So I'll give him 6.5. Ben Godfrey, I'll give a 7. Just again, his pace. You know what? It's weird. I don't think he looks as comfortable playing right back as he does on the other side. And, you know, the crosses came in, you know, especially for Kane's came on that side. But his recovery pace is just fantastic. Good defender. And yeah, I've given him a 7. Give him a 7. On the other side, Dean, I've given him a 6. Went off with what looked like an injury. Don't think he got as forward tonight with as much of a threat as he normally is. He defended all right. I don't know. He just didn't quite. He wasn't, for me, wasn't quite. Just because he never got going forward tonight. But, you know, I might be wrong. The two in the middle, Mina and Keane, I've both given them a 5. I just thought they've got a deal. You know, Mina for their second goal is horrendous. I just didn't think they dealt with the aerial balls tonight, which is very strange for them too. Normally they deal with the ball in the air a lot better than they did tonight. I just don't think they dealt with it very well. And they just looked they always looked a threat off corners, and normally we defend them really well, especially when Mina's in the team. So to concede, you know, directly from 2 corners and one where the ball's been kept alive, I don't know. I just thought they were really poor tonight, both of them, or certainly a lot poorer than they normally are. So I've given both of them a 5. Into midfield, Tom Davies, I'm giving him a 9. I thought he was excellent tonight. Thought it was one of his best games in an Everton shirt. Ran the game for me in periods of it, but also he's good in possession, clever on the turn, winning his fouls. Yes, there's occasions when he does lose the ball, but he's trying to be a little bit more proactive tonight. But I just thought it meant the world to him tonight. And when you see him towards the end, even that one at the end, last minute, just buys us a foul, and then we put the ball up the pitch and the game's over, isn't it? But I thought he was magnificent tonight. He just creates so many good angles for passes. Always wants it, never goes hiding. And I thought he was brilliant. And alongside him, Decore, I've given Decore an 8.5 because I want Tom Davies to be man of the match. I'll give him 8.5 because he's just getting round the pitch. Fantastic. His work rate up and down, box to box centre midfielder is something to be applauded. He's absolutely brilliant. We don't have another one like him. And I just thought he was brilliant tonight. Again, when we needed to get through the gears, when we needed to go through the lines, which didn't happen early on, but the more the game went on, the more we started being a little bit more expansive and a little bit more braver with the ball. He was right there. I thought he played really well, Decore. And Gylfi Sigurdsson, I'll give Gylfi Sigurdsson an 8 because it's a difficult one with Gylfi Sigurdsson because he was horrendous on the 2 set pieces, horrendous, but he scored the penalty and set 2 goals up. The ball for the winner is absolutely brilliant. And what he does for Dominic Calvert-Lewin's goal is absolutely brilliant as well. So I will give him an 8 just for as a forward play. Defensive play was for the 2 corners was absolutely awful. So I will give him an 8. Alex Iwobi, 4. I thought he was rubbish. I just don't think he ever got into the game. He just never got into the game. That's one of the things. I think sometimes with Iwobi, if he doesn't get into the game early, he never gets into the game. And I just thought he was poor, and obviously got subbed. Yeah, it was. Again, it's like with the what you never really get that run of games going. When he was doing great up to like Christmas, just after Christmas, but got that little knock, didn't he? I think before the FA Cup and against Sheffield Wednesday, and it hasn't really come back from that in any consistently. So I'll give him a 4. Richarlison, I'll give him an 8. 2 great goals. Thought he was a lot better tonight. His running, his attitude, he loved playing up front. In the second extra time, he was coming deep, winning the ball and then getting up with it. So he was doing both jobs. We really want, like Don likes to stay up front and that's good for the team. But Richarlison played his part. Lost the ball a couple of times in extra time, but you can understand that through fatigue. Maybe you want a little bit better, but was brilliant tonight. His 2 goals were brilliant. Absolutely. Our second goal was superb. The little flick by Dominic Calvert-Lewin's finish was absolutely brilliant. So I've given him an 8. And Dominic Calvert-Lewin, I'll give him a 7. No, I'll give him an 8 as well. I'll tell you why. Scored a good goal, won the penalty, great assist for our goal, second goal, and unfortunate with the injury, but done his job brilliantly tonight as a centre forward. So I think that's really important that you can, and it's not always easy for Dom. Early on in the game, he was losing the ball a little bit, coming deep, but once he got his goal and just before he got his goal, I thought he was brilliant. So I'll give him an 8 as well. Bernard, I'll give him a 7 because he scored the winning goal. And once he scored, he looked settled down a little. Before that, he's losing the ball a little bit too easy. And Seamus Coleman, loads of people said Seamus Coleman was brilliant tonight. I didn't see that. I thought he was okay. I'll give him a 6. I thought he run down a lot of blind channels, blind alleys, whatever you want to call them. And I don't think he defended particularly well. People can argue with me. I'm not bothered. If you want to disagree with me, that's fine. It's my opinion, your opinion. It's fine. It's not an issue. It's fine. I'm not going to have an argument with anyone over it. Whatever you think. Holgate, I'll give him a 6 as well. Give away a stupid foul at the end, but was all right. Come on, did okay. For Luca Dean, wasn't it? So there you go. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Apologies if this is not as good as normally is. As I say, a little bit of a technical problem with the update for the iMac has screwed my laptop up a bit, so I'm having to do this an old school way. But I normally love doing the lives. It's brilliant to get the back and forth with people. So really, really sad that I couldn't do it like that tonight. But that's just the way it is. Technology sometimes gets the better of you. Well, wouldn't mind. It's all good technology as well. It's just an update from Apple has screwed me over tonight. So there you go. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Don't forget, check out all the other videos, including Baz's video. If you want to watch the final word tomorrow live, it'll be over on Patreon. Thank you for watching. See you later.